Go. 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 Why have you not gone? Go. Yeah, fuck that.
Welcome to Driving Etiquette, the show where we analyse, narrate and laugh at some of the more recent bad driving encounters. So today we're joined by upcoming legend Dashcam Ho, and we're going to be digging a little deeper into some of the more impatient, inconsiderate and completely clueless drivers we've had the pleasure of sharing the road with over the last few weeks. So if you enjoy the garbage that I create, I'm sure you'll find something just as interesting in his collection. So do you know what? I think we should start today with this daydreamer in the little red Volkswagen Polo.
It's a little bit of impatience from me, this one.
No, there's no impatience from you. I mean, there you go. The light's green. That was a good few seconds of waiting, because you can see him looking around in the car. I don't think he's paying attention to what's going on in front whatsoever. So you're completely in the right. And it wasn't aggressive beep. You got two types of beep. You got a quick toot toot, as in, oh, hello, I'm behind you. And then you've got a full-on fist on the horn, aggressive beep, haven't you? There's two different types. There's like
the thing is, I think I do both in this clip.
That's friendly. That's a reminder. That's the rage. Now that's perfectly fine as well, because you've given them a reminder. They've done nothing about it. They've made no effort to move, and he's still just looking around, scratching his ass inside the car. So I would have done the same. I wonder how many seconds it is. Right, green. We should be going about now.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 seconds.
That's just not acceptable. That's just.
I give them the grace as well, don't I? Because you always assume like, oh, they might have stalled, or they might be panicking to put it in gear.
Do you know what? I reckon. I seen some hand movements. I reckon there's a mobile involved somewhere. There's something distracting going on about here.
Oh yeah, something gets placed on the dash, doesn't it?
There's something on his mind other than those traffic lights.
Well spotted. I never spotted that, but yeah, he does. He places his phone on the dash.
There's not even an apology either.
No.
Sometimes you get them like put their hand up and go, "Oh yeah, my fault, sorry," and they feel a bit awkward,
or you
don't
get the hazards flashing on and off.
Yeah, I can deal with that. At least they've acknowledged it, and they know they've been a bit stupid, and they're just not paying attention whatsoever. So the lights go green. I give it a little toot. There's the thank you hand.
You see. And makes you miss the fucking light as well.
And then I got stuck in the red light. It just boils my piss to steal your quote. Oh my god. But do you see what I mean by the hand? The hand comes up to like acknowledge their stupidness.
Yep, there it is.
So what was actually happening here? What were you doing? You're just queuing up, I assume.
Yeah, just queuing up, and I'm doing the considerate thing, leaving a gap in the junction. That's a perfectly...
Well, this is what you should be doing,
yeah, exactly. It's what we should be doing.
But this guy behind has other ideas, I assume.
Yeah, like, I get angry shakes watching this clip, honestly.
Because you can see them sort of just creeping forward. You know they're about to make their move. You know they're about to do something, and then they do it, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, there's even a beep, and I don't even, like, acknowledge the beep at first, and then he just does that.
And then we've got round two.
This arsehole. And this guy's beeping, the hand gestures.
Oh, he's flapping as well.
And then he beeps again after I've moved out his way. And
now this is what I'm like annoyed about, is because they've basically now bullied you into blocking that road. Even though the lights are red, if there was still traffic in front of you, if those lights were green and then traffic was coming towards you, they would now be stuck, wouldn't they?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I didn't move up for them. The traffic had actually moved up a slight little bit. Like, if you put it back to the beginning, you can see that the red car is actually a little bit further on when I move up. So I don't even move up for him. I move up because the traffic does.
Right, I see. And then it stops again.
I'd beat back at him, give him the finger out my side window and go, f*** Fuck off.
Are they beeping at me? Fucking idiot. What are you beeping at now? What? Fuck off. It's the hands. I love the hands. I love looking in my mirror and watching people flap. In fact,
Yeah,
I've
that's
actually
brilliant.
got one. I've actually got one just there. So I stop there, as you do, yeah? A perfectly normal thing
fine.
to do. You be considerate. You've left a lovely little space for people to get in.
Yeah, you're exactly what you should do.
But you get the beep, you get hands, you get he's mouthing off in the car.
He's got that proper Neanderthal drop jaw, hasn't he?
Yeah, the proper knuckle dragger mentality of some people. It's just, how impatient can you be? I mean, he's obviously not thought about what's going on. Unless they're like from out of town, I suppose, and they don't really know the roads. But then you can see the cars in front from his point of view. He knows I can't move anywhere. He can see the keep clear bit, but he just really wants to get round. I'm holding him up. That's my fault, that is. And that's it, just to turn right.
It's because he sees his right turn lane. You're just sat there. You've got the absolute nerve of being a considerate driver, keeping the junction clear. But how dare you prevent that man from entering that clear lane?
I feel so bad sometimes. I was explaining this to Alexi the other day because she's started to learn. I said, you will get assholes. You will get idiots who try and get up your ass and try and push you along. You'll get people that get impatient and they'll overtake you. I said, there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to deal with them, because she is quite worried about it. And she watches this. She's with me when these things happen. And she is so scared of this happening to her.
I think I'd say she could take comfort in the fact that it isn't an everyday thing. Like, I certainly, I don't know about you, but I certainly don't encounter people like this every day. This is like a special kind of stupid.
You know, I've ranted on endlessly about people that don't go when you give them a chance. I've said to myself, and I've said on video loads of times, I said I refuse to let people out, just because when I do try and let them out, they just sit there. But every time that I see somebody sat there and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm stopped. There's no one behind me. I'm going to let this person go because I'm not in a rush. There's no one around. There's no reason not to let this person out. I feel like being nice. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to let this person go. And then this sort of thing happens.
Go. Why have you not gone? Go. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah.
I just think to myself, I've give you, right? I've flashed you. I've stopped. I've completely stopped. I've give you as much chance to go. I've waved you on. I've flashed my lights. I've done everything I possibly could, but you've just sat there. And how long is acceptable before you think to yourself, you know what? That's enough. I'm going to move on. How long is acceptable for you?
Ooh, it depends on the progress being made. Because actually, put it back a second. Just to where the kind of teetering, just before the Nissan starts coming up. Yeah, let's play from there. You see, progress being made. I'd still happily sit and wait at this point.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And then they start rocking back and forth like a grandma in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
And then that's how you can tell hesitant driver.
This is when I thought.
And then this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just, why are you not going?
Because you can see her, she's looking at me, and she's like, yep, he's still there. It's questionable, but she could have gone, and she could have continued on. Because it was a good 10 seconds I waited.
Yeah, 10 seconds grace is...
That's longer than I usually wait.
Yeah, I'd say that is pretty patient for you, to be fair.
Because Alex, she said, basically, if you give him a 3-second rule, yeah, 3 seconds seems long enough. No, 1, 2, 3. If they've not made a move, or if they've not like tried to go out in that time, just go. Cause
yeah, you see, that's the thing with this one. It looks like they're making progress.
It does.
Over the first 6 seconds, and then it just grinds to a halt.
It was at that point I thought, right, I'll let you go. I'll let you come out. So I sat there. She's looking the other way. She's looking at me. I'm not moving. There's cars coming up. That's fine. Now, she should have stopped there and kept looking that way, because she knows I'm not going nowhere. And then she goes back and looks at me again. I'm like,
Yeah, you see, it's exactly when it hits number 3, actually. The progress stops. She starts rolling backwards. And from that moment, you've then gone 1, 2, 3, you're a nugget, I'm going to go.
yeah, it's
I'd have done the same thing.
We'll do this last one, because we all know I like picking on cheap, nasty cars. I need to watch this, Alexei. Are we looking so far?
Looking like a potential insurance claim.
How big is that space? Would you attempt to put a car that size in a space that size?
Well, the thing is, it's quite a small car, but the gap is even smaller, and the angle that they start doing the turn from, I mean, they're not even level with the car on the left.
There's no one about, so I'm actually going to watch this.
Oh, please don't tell me they hit it. They're going to hit it, aren't they?
Oh, he's hit the
Wow.
van. He's hit the van.
Yeah, he's dented it as well.
Wow.
So the thing, yeah, from that angle, it's a tight squeeze, but you could easily get that car in there.
See, this is where I would say I'm going to disagree with you. You could get your car in there, so I'm not like disagreeing about that. But whether you should is questionable.
Yeah, that's a different question altogether.
I mean, technically, you're not doing anything wrong. It's perfectly fine to park in there, and if you wanted to park in there, you could. But me being me, I like to think I'm a little bit considerate, despite what I say and sound like in my videos. I would not park in there. 1, because I kind of like my car. I don't want to add scratches to it.
Yeah.
2, I guarantee one of those other 2 cars, that van or that car in front, is going to have a bit of difficulty getting back out again. So I wouldn't park there.
Yeah, if not yourself as well.
Yeah. It's just not worth the hassle. Trying to get in and then risking scratches and then upsetting people when they try and get out.
I feel like to even just look at that gap and think, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to try that. You've got to have a certain level of confidence to even attempt that.
Thing is, there's a massive 3-story car park opposite. This is the lengths people go to avoid paying 20p for parking, and it is 20p per parking for an hour.
What? 20p an hour?
Yeah, it's only a cheap shitty thing.
20p an hour?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's 20p. I'll try and find a picture of it, or I'll get a Google Photos, whatever. But I'm pretty sure it is literally pennies to park in there.
Oh my god.
He's another little old man, bless him. But basically, smashed in. Well, not smashed into the van, but definitely give it a good old bump. And I thought, you know what, just going to laugh and drive on. Because there's more spaces down here. There's big spaces down here.
Oh.
I mean, I could park in that. I could easily get in that one. And I would be happy to park in that one. But, some people, they don't actually think, do they? They don't think further ahead. They didn't think, I could have drove down there. I could have got in that space.
You see, there's nothing wrong with even just checking the area out as well, because, like, where I live, if my mum's got the driveway, I've sometimes got to circle round, like, our little bit of the street, like, 3 or 4 times, and I assess each space. Like, I don't like parking under trees because of tree sap, and I don't like parking under lampposts because of bird shit. So then whatever spaces are left after that, I choose by how big they are.
Even though you got to walk a little bit further to get where you're going.
If anything, I could probably do with the walk.